What's up, Get Hacked? Hey, King Kill All. Welcome in, BMC. Hey there, my Jin Jin. Welcome in, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Let's do this right here, too. There we are, guys. All right, welcome in, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. This is Clint Gage Uncut Part 2. You know, guys, last time we talked about, a lot of the things that have happened to me in my life. So today, I'm going to let y'all on this episode ask any questions y'all want. You did an all-nighter, Get Hacked? I'm so sorry to hear that. What's up, Raymond? How you doing? Oh, my day was actually pretty good, man. So it's good to hear everybody's had a great day. We're already at 4 likes. We get that 5th like, I'll go on ahead and throw in a skull. Hey, Clint, should I change my entrance to the stream to say, hey, Clint, the kill all man here to Clint, the king, Clint, the kings of all. Man, that's up to you, King. That's whatever you want to do. Oh, you like doing all-nighters, Get Hacked? I got you. I don't mind pulling them every now and then. Depends on the situation. Sorry, guys, I'm having a little trouble with the armor today. Yeah, it is a little hot here today. That's why I'm having some trouble. My armor's trying to contract from the heat. Oh, wait. Forgot to hit start on that. So now we're completely set up, guys. All right, we got our 5th like. Let's go on ahead and let's do a good skull, guys. So yeah, tonight y'all get to ask me questions about, my life. What do y'all want to know? It can be literally anything aside from what exactly happened to me in the abuse, because that's kind of family business. I already said too much last time. What's up, Xavier? Hello, hello, hello. Let's give this call for that 5th like. Scald, guys. All right. So how's everyone doing today, man? By the way, Xavier, if you wish to get a hold of me to be able to send me your address for that picture and everything, this is the email address. So, yeah, guys, if you wish to contact me for any reason, this is my personal email address. Y'all can send me a message. Oh, I'm doing great, man. What's up, Kristen? Welcome into the show. Tonight, we're letting people ask me questions. Kristen. Yeah, I did say Kristen, didn't I? I hope I did. Ooh. What's up, my Jin Jin? Your charge is kind of low? Man, that sucks. Yeah. Oh, I said it right. Cool. Good. Well, guys, I think I'm going to start out with just a little bit of knowledge, a little bit more knowledge about me. Most Viking man of mans I know. Thank you. So, yeah, guys, let's start out with a little bit more information about me. My day went pretty well, actually. So in order to get to know someone like me, one thing you got to understand is my influences. Guys, aside from my schizophrenia, my other influences were a lot of the same movies that my mom and yes, I do hunt deer. If I actually see one in time, I normally just hunt hogs. That's my personal favorite thing to hunt, is a big old fat hog. But yeah, my dad's the deer hunter out of the group. He really enjoyed it. That's like his favorite thing is whitetail deer hunting. So every time we go out to the thicket, and I tell you guys I'll be back later or something like that, we're out there looking for trails to go hunting on. But anyway, the influences that I was getting at. Oh, nice. Nice, King Kill All. So, my very first influential film that I absolutely remember was, what's up, Blue Streak? How you doing? Oh, your hair's really long. I got you. You're good, just relaxing? All right, my Jin Jin. Well, the very first influence I had was Land Before Time. Guys, that was the first movie I remember watching, was Land Before Time. And I remember I loved the show. I loved Littlefoot, but the shark tooth, the T-Rex in it was phenomenal. He was absolutely incredible. He scared the hell out of me, but he was so cool, and I loved watching it. And me and Jin Jin are doing great. But, I loved watching the thing move. It fascinated me. This big giant thing that was, when my mom told me it was real, it blew my mind. So I started researching dinosaurs. So dinosaurs started influencing me. And then I was introduced to He-Man and Thundercats and all these fantasy adventure shows, growing up. And all these have been brought together to influence and create who I am. I've always been obsessed with armor. I've always been obsessed with bladed weapons and medieval combat. These are all things that I love. And, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. Wow. Nice. Yeah, I know Country Boy Sweet. They're Blue Street. But yeah, guys, so then you add in things like the Dark Crystal, Conan the Barbarian, Conan the Destroyer, Beastmaster, oh good Lord, Willow. There's just so many good ones. You throw in those, and then you mix in the fun part. You see, my mom was a horror movie fan. So am I. So my very first horror movie that I remember was Friday the 13th. And I thought Jason was the goofiest thing on the planet. Hello there, Mr. Rebel. I was like, how is anybody scared of this guy? How is anybody getting killed by this guy that's just walking? So that was my very first horror movie. And it made me laugh so much. Yeah, I see that. Rebels entered the chat, man. Welcome in, Country Girl Sweet. But then my next one was Nightmare on Elm Street. And guys, I thought that Freddy Krueger was the funniest comedian I'd ever laid my eyes on. I thought he was absolutely hilarious. So horror movies ended up becoming a huge part of who I was too. It didn't hurt that I was already seeing horrible things at a young age. And, I thought they were just nightmares, or bad imaginary friends was what I used to call them. What's up, Superior? All right. You don't watch horror movies? I watch them a lot. I saw my first horror movie and I laughed at every killing part. Man, there's some good ones out there, though, like one called The Void, man. That's a bad mamma jamma of a horror movie there. But anyway, guys, I grew up with that. And then you turn around and you add in the fact that my grandfather, he used to read me Jules Verne. Not only that, he would read me the classics. He would read me Moby Dick. He would read me the original unabridged not Lion King, Jungle Book. He would read that to me at night. The original Wizard of Oz book. I heard all these stories before I ever saw them as movies. And they were so great. Oh, we got 10 likes. Let's get another scald going, guys. I know I put it on the floor beside me. All right. Scald to those tent like. Scald, my friends. All right. So yeah, you throw in that, and then I got into GI Joe. I found out my grandfather was a soldier, which was like what? I thought it was the coolest thing that he was a soldier. Oh, I'm doing great there, Blue Streak. I'm feeling absolutely great. But anyway, it was Stranger Things is awesome. But all these movies and all these stories, Moby Dick, Jules Verne, Journey to the Center of the Earth, the original Lost World by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. All these things have accumulated into me being me. Now, my mom also did me a huge favor whenever I was a kid, and I'm very glad she did, because it actually turned me into an intelligent young man. And that was, she bought me zoo books and National Geographics. Guys, that was my thing. Every month, I got a zoo book and a National Geographic. And I would sit down and I'd read it from cover to cover to cover to cover every single day, until I got a new one. Demogorgons are not scary. They look funny. Yeah, kind of. They look like a mad flower. But anyway, reading those National Geographics and finding out about other countries and the animals all around the world and other cultures and world history and new science coming up, that helped to expand my young mind. Yo, what's up, Scarab? But that happened to, see you later, Blue Streak. That ended up expanding my young mind and giving me a great intelligence that wasn't seen in somebody in my town. We had smart kids, yeah. We had brilliant kids, but they were book smart. They weren't worldly. And I always wanted to travel and see these great places that are so incredible that I saw in my National Geographics. I wanted to go see these places, and I wanted to be a part of it. I wanted to be a part of National Geographic. I wanted to be an explorer. Guys, my very first fascination, my very first job I ever wanted to do, and it stuck with me till the end of high school, whenever I ended up getting my dreams dashed across the rocks. But that tends to happen sometimes. But anyway, guys, I was literally trying to become a paleontologist. I was trying to become, the leading expert on theropods, which are the big T-Rex-like style dinosaurs and everything like that, the huge meat eaters. I wanted to become the world's leading expert on theropods, and I ended up also wanting to become an expert in herpetology. So I was studying everything I could about modern day reptiles to understand the past. And I was this close. Guys, I used to work with the Texas Parks and Wildlife, as I said. And the wonderful thing about it was that my grandfather had pulled the strings to get me in. And I got my foot in the door so much that I had professors that were wanting to put me in college, specifically so I could join the Texas Parks and Wildlife. Well, my dad and my stepmom kind of dashed those dreams to all nigget. Not my stepmom that I have now, but my one that died a few years ago. She was really, really unforgiving and very, very cynical. You wanted to join the military? That was my second option. I did that, which we'll get to that here in a minute. But, guys, nothing is worse than literally working your entire life for something and it just not happen. And that hurt a lot, guys. And what was even worse was that was my ticket out of homelessness. Because from 16, literally while I was still in high school, from 16 all the way up until I was in my 30s, I was either bouncing from couch to couch or I was completely homeless living in a tent. And it was really difficult, guys. It was very, very hard. Some of the worst experiences in my life took place that way. And for the reasons of me being homeless, just made it even worse. Medical issues and control issues kept me out. Yeah, you see, medical issues is what sent me home because of an accident. You know, guys, because I did try to join the military. I went in 2010. I went to Port Sill, Oklahoma. I was a 13 Bravo cannon crewman, you know, 2nd Platoon Bulldog. You know, guys, I went in, I tried my best, and I was doing pretty good, actually. And then guy didn't pay attention to the rules. And let's just say he messed up really bad, and he threw a grenade behind him. And, oh, what's up, Sharky? But he threw a grenade behind him instead of throwing it forward. And we were doing live grenade training, where we were supposed to just throw it out into a field, and everybody was supposed to be safe. This guy freaked out and threw it behind him, and directly almost into the crowd. Well, I happened to have what was known as a Striker APC that was sitting beside me, big armored personnel carrier. So I flew up underneath that thing like it was no tomorrow, and then boom. Well, it destroyed my inner left ear. And I had to relearn how to walk for like 2 years. I was on a cane. It was rough, but I figured it out. You know, I got past it all and managed to survive. You know, I could literally sit there and say I got blown up by a grenade. Not many people can say that. And still have all their limbs. You know what I mean? But it was definitely an experience. Yes, guys, please go check out my girl at JenHolder976. Please go check her out. Oh, thank you. I've had an experience, guys. What's up, Frenchie? Which, guys, we only need 3 more likes before we hit 15 likes, and we'll get another skull, guys. So let's get them likes up. Let's like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon. You know, come join the family. Not only that, guys, you know, don't forget, please, I'm trying to save up money for a charity, guys, to, you know, supply a state park and a school with supplies they need. So please, if you're going to say yes to donations, please actually go on ahead and donate if you don't mind, guys. Don't just say yes. Actually try to give a little bit, even if it's $1. You know, that's all we ask for. But it's good to know everybody's still here. But yeah, guys, oh, we got 15 likes. Time for that skull. You playing a mobile game? That's awesome, Raymond. So, anyway. Skull. There's a river out here. It's called the Neches River. And while I was homeless, the Neches was my home. You know, the forest that surrounded it, the river itself, it supplied me with everything I needed. You know, food, drink, you know, shelter, fire, everything I ever needed. It provided me with all of that, except for in the winter. Winter was brutal, man. But, you know, I lived out there for over 6 years before I actually came out of the woods for the first time. About 6.5 years before I stepped out and decided to rejoin society, because I was just so angry that I lost the chance to be able to be a paleontologist that I decided to just hide from the world. And I'm really good at it. So the way the Texas Parks and Wildlife was trying to get me to leave was hilarious. They said that if they could find my campsite, I had to go. I told them, okay. If you find me, I'll gladly leave. They only saw me every 3 months when I came walking out to give them pictures of poachers and stuff like that, because that was the deal I made with them. If I caught poachers for them, they would leave me alone. So I would take and sneak around out in the woods at night looking for people walking through with rifles, and I would snap pictures of them. And I knew everywhere where everybody parked. So if you shot something, I'd snap a picture of you, and then I'd go back and take a picture of your VIN number and your vehicle and just hand it all over to the game wardens. And it was so I could be left alone to hunt and fish all I wanted to survive. Oh, what's up, Prime? How you doing? Long time no see, man. Oh, you're on your mom's phone? That's awesome. Your driver finished fourth. That's great. But anyway, guys, so they would take and they were constantly trying to find me, but they never could. And eventually I ended up, I'm sorry you're sad there, Prime, what's wrong? But eventually I decided to come walking out of the woods to rejoin society because I was lonely, guys. And I'd been out there for so long, my mind snapped again. And I thought I was Australian. So when I came out of there, I actually didn't even believe I was who I was. My brain created a whole new persona. It created a man named Oz. And he was from Australia. But they nicknamed him Oz. And the sad part about it is I can pull off an Australian accent with no problem whatsoever there, mate. And what's even worse about it is I know a lot about the geography and the lingo and everything like that. So it wasn't hard to be able to sit there and fake the fact that I was from Australia. But I didn't know I was faking. I had no idea. This is before I had learned that I was schizophrenic. But during that time, I had made some friends with some great places. Oh, you're waiting on a new phone? All right there, Prime. Thank you for saying God bless. But anyway, so I had taken and didn't even know what was going on. And that's when I met my first wife. That's when I had my kids. That's when I, lost my divorce case. That's when I lost my children due to what they considered to be mental instability and housing instability. So I couldn't get them because I was homeless and crazy, and I didn't know it, guys. And so I ended up taking and continuing on trying to push my life through and trying to find a way to make it work, until finally I couldn't even get a fast food job because I couldn't hold on to one because of how many seizures I was having, how many episodes I was having. So I ended up having to go on ahead and try out for disability. And when I did, that's when I found out I was schizophrenic. But before that, guys, I had traveled as far north as Washington State, lived there for 3 months. Yo, what's up? But I went there for 3 months. I went to, of course, I lived in Fort Sill, Oklahoma for a while at, on base for basic training. I lived in Ohio. I lived in Alabama. Let's see where else. I've been to Raton, Honduras. I've been to Belize City, Belize. I've been to a bunch of places in Progreso, Mexico, Cozumel, Mexico, Progreso, Mexico, Cancun, Mexico, Chihuahua, Mexico. I've been to all those different locations. And I've spent time in each and every one of them, guys. It was an amazing experience. I got to make a journey out of my life. I've driven cross country 5 times. It was so much fun, to be able to do things like that and to be able to have those experiences, guys. We only need 4 more likes till we hit 20 likes, guys. If you can get us 20 likes, we'll get another skull going, everybody. All right? So let's get up to 20 more likes. But, or not 20 more likes. I'd love 20 more likes, but let's get up to 20 likes. Anyway, guys, let's see how many we can get tonight. But, these are all things that I've done. And in between there, I've met some amazing people. I've met people who taught me how to leather work. I've met people who refined my blacksmithing skills. I've met people who taught me how to survive even better than what I already knew. I got to teach classes on survival. I got to teach even the cops, guys. They had to come find me out in the middle of the woods. I had to teach them how to track somebody down that didn't want to be found. Hey, subject, what's up, man? So, guys, these are all things that I got to do with my life, even though I'm a schizophrenic, even though I'm absolutely nuck and futz, as I like to say. But I made something of myself. That's why I always tell you guys you can do it. That's why we got 20 likes. Let's get that scald ready, guys. All right. Here we go. To the 20th light. Scald. All right, we get another 3 more lights, and we get another one. You guys continue this. I'm going to have to go get another bottle of water. Anyway, guys, so as it goes along, these are all things that have pushed and driven me into becoming who I am, into being the kind man that sits before you. And the reason why I try to do this, why I always try to be kind, why I always try to be hospitable and respectful to everybody, is I saw too much nastiness. I started my life in nastiness. I started seeing violence towards me at a young age. I started dealing with bullying and harassment at a very young age. I can say this about one of my incidences about bullying. I was 5 years old, just in kindergarten. We used to have this tunnel made out of tires in the playground. I'd climb up in there because nobody wanted to play with me because I was the weird kid on pills. So I would climb up inside this tire tunnel, right? And I'd build a little wall out of sand. It'd be nice and cool. And I'd just sit there and chill, and I would relax. Well, I ended up falling asleep one day. And that incident, I woke up. And all I could remember was running towards the office and waking up in somebody's locker. I had been beaten unconscious by a group of high school kids that was afraid I'd seen something horrible. Oh, wait, what am I supposed to? Skibidi toilet will be mine, yeah. Oh, you never had an issue with bullying? I'm sorry there, Get Hacked. What's Skibidi toilet? I don't even know what that is. Yeah. Hail Superior. There you go, man. Sorry there, Get Hacked. But yeah, guys, they thought they had killed me, so they were going to try to dispose of my body later. But that was terrible bullying that I had to suffer through, things of that sort. So yeah, it's been a long, interesting road to bring me to where I am. Oh, it's a meme. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, I got you there, BMC. Yeah, that's been just some of the things that I've gone through there, subject. But I've made something out of myself. I've tried to go out in the world and make it a better place. Not because I feel like I have to, but because I want to. Guys, I want to see the world smile for once. I want to see the whole world stand up and smile in friendship just one time before I die. Could you guys not? Oh, okay, I got you. I try to be the better man, Mr. Rebel. I really do. But let me run to the restroom real quick because I had 2 cups of coffee before I did the show. And you're trying to keep your brain safe. I got you. All right, man. But y'all give me just a moment. I'm going to run to the restroom and I'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm back. Oh, dang, we dropped down to 19. Well, let's try to get that back up to our good 25 there, man. What's dangerous? As it does actually hurt the brain. Oh, okay. I got you guys. Let's not argue in the chat, though, man. All right, yeah, I had to run to the restroom real quick. Sorry about that, guys. But welcome in, everybody. If you're brand new here, please like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell icon. Don't forget to go check out my girl at Jen Holder at 976. You know, guys, it would be amazing if y'all would go subscribe to her. She's absolutely incredible. Down in Ohio, swag like Ohio. It's a meme. Oh, okay. I got you there. Get hacked. So how's everybody's night going? You know, it's been an awesome show tonight. You know, we had a great bit of numbers going on there, and it just kind of dropped off. Hear that? I know you're not trying to start an argument. I'm totally agreeing with you, though, subject. I'm just trying to ignore it. The problem is I'm the host of the show. I got to pay attention to it. Oh, man. I got to watch the brain rot. Oh. Got the fan on you trying to stay cool. I got you there trying to stay cool. Trying to put a reason for why I don't want the brain. Oh, no, I totally understand, man. I totally do. I got you. I got you there, my Jen. You know, everyone, please welcome in. You know, come join the conversation. You got any questions that you want to ask me or anything like that, feel free to drop them down in the comments down below. I will give you a shout out and I will answer your question. So come on in, guys. Join the family and crew. You can contact me through this right here, or you can donate to the charity that we've got going on trying to help out a school and a state park. So yeah, guys, if you're willing to donate, please go on ahead and do so. You know, I don't care even if it's 50 cents, guys. Any little bit helps. Thank you. Thank you. And I do understand if you're overseas. You know, I do understand if you're overseas, guys. Apparently, Cash App's only in America and the UK. So I do understand that those of you who are overseas can't donate. But we're going to be getting a PayPal. I just going to do a little bit more research on it first. I understand you, Mr. Rebel. I got you there. I got you. Oh, very understandable. Very understandable. Not in America, get hacked. I got you. You know, so that's all good, man. You know, oh, wow, we hit the 20 again. Might as well do another skull, shall we? All right. Oh, well, lost it. No skull. Anyway, so yeah, guys, welcome into the show. Thank you all so much for being here. Please like, share, and subscribe. Yeah, jobs are becoming rare in certain places for sure. Yes, it's water. You know, oh, 20 hit back up again. Let's go on ahead and try it. Oh, it's all good, Mr. Rebel. It happens to us all. To 20 likes, guys. Skull. Yeah, that is one thing I am kind of worried about, but I think by the time AIs actually start taking everyone's jobs, I'll be too old to care. At that point, I'll be too old to give a dang, because I don't think I'll be able to swing a hammer then anymore. Oh, I got you there, Mr. Rebel. I've done that by accident before. I had an incident where Jen doesn't like to hear the story, so I'm going to make it short and sweet. I had an incident where I slapped somebody with a bean and cheese burrito at a Taco Bell because she threw a Baja Blast in my face. And, oh, I've been great there, BMC. AI videos are the worst. I got you there, get hacked. Yeah, it's already taking a lot of artist jobs. You know, guys, if you just type in what you want into an AI program and it's just going to draw it out, then a lot of people like me who spend hours on a drawing end up looking pretty bad because, you know, these guys can literally produce something in 30 minutes that takes us, you know, 20 days to complete, you know, or 30 hours, you know. It's kind of like that one little trending thing says, you know, where it's like jobs are gone. Yeah. But it's kind of like where that one little meme sits there, that one little short sat there and said at one point, which is what's really sad is when small content creators such as myself, my Jen, and pretty sure almost everybody that's in here in my chat, when us small content creators work so hard to produce a video, and yet some chick shows up in a bikini and gives a smile and starts talking in goofy little, oh my God, voices. And she gets thousands and millions of views and so many subscribers that she just, oh yeah, that can mess you over there, Mr. Rebel. That can mess you over. But they get thousands of millions of views in a night, you know, and all of a sudden now they're monetized and they've got all this money pouring in, and all they got to do is just sit there and twirl their hair and talk, you know, and that drives me nuts. I'd rather have a conversation with somebody who's interesting, a conversation with somebody who's actually done something with their life, you know, not just sitting there selling a smile. I want to know somebody who is sitting there selling their, you know, expressing themselves, not selling themselves, but expressing themselves, bearing their soul for the world to see. That's what I like to see. You know, I like to see somebody who's got some substance to them, some understanding. Yeah, not so great. What's up, country girl? But anyway, guys, you know, these things that are going on nowadays in our world, especially here in America, they're just getting to the point of being appalling, you know, because we're getting into a material type of life, which is not good because we're losing connections to friends, family, loved ones, all kinds of stuff. And we're replacing it with what? Siri, you know, Hulu, Netflix, Facebook, you know, all these different things. And guys, it's been proven that when you get on these social media sites too much, it's honestly been proven that it can make you depressed unless you're doing something that's successful. You know, guys, this channel is some of the most success I've ever had. So, you know, I want to thank you guys. You know, it's absolutely incredible to know that I started this and it's already getting as big as it is. You know, but that's all thanks to you guys. I couldn't do it without you. You know, y'all are what makes it all work. Y'all are the incredible people here. Y'all are the interesting ones. I'm just a guy sitting up here talking. You know, and what's up, KK? How you doing? Guys, give me one more moment. I have to run back to the restroom again. I should have drank 2 cups of coffee. I'm going to my other bathroom. No. Did my alarm go off on you guys? Sorry about that. Didn't mean to. All right. How's everybody doing tonight, guys? We only got 20 more minutes left in the show. And in all honesty, guys, you know, it's awesome that y'all are all here. You know, does anybody have any questions? Leonardo da Vinci worked on the Mona Lisa intermittently for 14 to 16 years from 1503 to 1517 or 19, according to Britannia and PBS. He began painting it around 1503 and continued working on it even then. Oh, wow. That's actually really cool. I'm trying to get rid of a headache, man. The easiest way I've ever found to get rid of a headache is just take a hot shower. Just step on into a good hot shower and let it run down your head, man. That tends to get rid of a headache for me in a hot minute, you know. So if you can, try that out. If not, get you some ibuprofen. You know, but a headache is never fun. Guys, we only need 2 more likes before we get our next call. Oh, no problem, Mr. Rebel. You know, I get headaches all the time with my schizophrenia. Oh, wow. We only need 1 more, guys. We're at 24 likes already. And we got 18 minutes left in the show. Oh, yeah. Definitely see a doctor if it doesn't go away. Oh, you're trying to quit smoking. So I know exactly what you're going through, dude. You ain't getting rid of that headache, man. You might as well go on ahead and get yourself something else to do to take your mind off of it. It ain't going nowhere. Sleep gets rid of a headache and a fan blowing on me. Yeah, sleep does definitely get rid of the headache. Thank you very much. You know, so yeah, guys, 1 more like and we get a skull. You know, please like, share, subscribe. Come on in, join the conversation. Ask me any question. You know, I'll answer them honestly. All right, now it's down to 2 more. So we need 2 more. After moving to France until his death. Oh, okay, I got you. Oh yeah, Jinjin's my girl. Jinjin's my baby. You know, not sleeping very much. Yeah, I understand that one. I have trouble with sleep myself. There's a lot of times I try to go to sleep and I'll end up having nightmares all night. So I'm just like, you know what? Screw it. I'm just going to stay awake. So I'll go make myself some coffee and I'll pull an all-nighter. I have a lot of swords and I have about 6 guns. But I have several swords. My favorite weapon, though, is my bearded axe. I train with Troll's Bane every day. He's a prop for the show, actually. Any trolls come into the show, I make sure they know he exists. So this is Troll's Bane right here. This is my #1 weapon I train with. I also make swords. I make knives, all kinds of stuff. Clint Gage, biggest fan. Welcome into the show, man. Majority of it. I used to be oh, I got you there, man. Oh, yeah, thank you, man. Yeah, dude, subject, sometimes doctors don't. Oh, 25 likes. Let's go on ahead and get a skull going. Wow, guys, 25 today, man. We're rocking it. We got 15 minutes left in the show. All right. Thank you guys so much for 25 likes. Here you go, guys. This is to y'all. Skull. Skull. All right. I have a fascination with sharp objects. Greetings from Chicago. Thank you very much there, John McCarthy. Welcome in, John McCarthy. You know, I actually drove through Chicago, but I never got to stay there. Wow. We're at 28. I might need to go get some more bottles of water, guys. Aw. Worked overnight shift. Mr. Rebel, you got somebody that's that they wanting a piece. Yeah, you do. She liking you, bro. All right. I'm going to have to go get more water so we can do another skull, guys. I'll be right back. All right, everybody. Let's get ready for this 30th skull there. All right, 32. Dang. Clint is, yes, I'm definitely my Jin's biggest fan there. I can't believe we're reaching this far high. We're reaching these heights, guys. Thank you all so much for all the likes. Thank you all so much for all the love. Welcome into the channel, guys. Have yourself a great old time. Skull. It's a good thing you can get 3 scalds out of 1 bottle of water. Oh, dang. I just put it down. All right. 1 more scald, man. Y'all gonna make me have to go to the bathroom or my bladder explode, one of the two. All right, scald to you guys. Yeah, scald. All righty, guys. Thank you all so much for being here. You know, it's absolutely incredible. You know, or water poisoning. Yeah, no kidding, right? But thank you all so much for being here. Y'all are absolutely incredible. Thank you all so much for the likes. I think if we hit 40 likes, guys, I'm just going to go on ahead and end the show because I don't want to risk losing that many likes. So if we hit 40, I'm probably going to go on ahead and take on off, guys. We only need 2 more on my screen. You know, so let's see if we can get 40 and get our last called in. And then I call that a successful show, guys. But thank you all so much. You know, I couldn't do half of what I do without you guys. You know, I wouldn't have, oh, there's 40 likes. Let's get our last called in and let's call it a night there, guys. So thank you all for being here. I'll see you all tomorrow morning. The Morning Mojo with me and Jen. See you all next time. Love you guys. Remember, seed from a swamp, later from a gator. Love your mama, love your papa, love yourself. Be kind and always find a way to help everybody. Skull, my friends. Later, everybody.